If you're here for the Jurassic Park Power Wheels 4-wheeler review, you are in the right place. It's a pretty sweet machine. But first, let's talk about my channel sponsor for this video, the Coldest water. Not that long ago, I did a review of this Coldest water bottle and I compared it to two of its competitors. My comparison was in the area of, well, I wanted to see if I put ice water in all three bottles, which one would keep the ice water coldest the longest? Well, winner. I also tested to see if I put hot coffee into these bottles, which one would keep the coffee the warmest the longest. Also a winner. Now, what I will do is I'll leave two links down in the description. One is if you want to go right to their website, you can peruse it, check about different things. They have these kinds, they have all different kinds of bottles, and you can purchase it that way. If you're thinking, you know what, I don't really want to part with the money right now, it's too expensive for me, they also have a giveaway link where you just enter your information, and on a weekly basis, they do a drawing and they give them away for free. Pretty sweet. Anyway, let's get back to reviewing this awesome Power Wheels 4-wheeler. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's get to this Power Wheels. I should give you a backstory. So the reason I bought this Power Wheels was because my son had a different one and he's getting bigger and that thing's moving slower and slower and slower. It's actually meant for a child much smaller. So I thought, man, we need to get something where it actually works. And so we picked this one out, or actually he picked it out because he likes dinosaurs. What I like to do in the beginning is I set out all my parts. So I have the main base, I have my rear tires, my front tires, I have hubcaps and bushings and just connecting pieces. Then I have my rear axle, I have my front steering here, and then I have, of course, the handlebar and steering. So what I like to do is I make sure I have all that set and then I start to put it together. But you have to have all your pieces first. So inside of the dinosaur right about here, that's where your battery is. So I've already taken mine out and plugged it in to charge, just so you know, and I will show you how to do that on the video. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the rear axle. Okay, so what you need is you need a washer and a cotter pin. I'm going to install the left tire here. They say the driver's side tire, and I'm guessing that's what this one is. We also have our axle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that right now. Now that that's part's through, I'm going to get a close-up to show you exactly what I'm doing. All right, so now we're going to put the washer on and cotter pin. We make sure we have it lined up this way, and then now what I'm going to do, push this back through and go to the other side. Now that both of the rear wheels are installed, we're going to install the hubcap. Just like that, and it's done. All right, next step, we're going to stand the dinosaur up. I put this little box here just for the tail to be in, just so it doesn't get scraped up, even though down the road it will anyway. And then we're going to put the front axle in. So let's stand this thing up. Right on the top, I'm going to move this closer. There are these ratchet, or these zip ties that are here. I've actually just cut them because I'm going to need to be able to screw into this in a little bit. I just wanted to show you that part. So now we're actually going to screw the unit right into here. All right, so this is pretty easy to install. It just lines up right in here. So I'm going to push this in. I've got my 4 screws ready, and then we're going to screw it right in. The next step is to actually put the steering column in. So there's the hole right here. And then you need to line it up through the other side for it to go in all the way. Just like that. All right, next step is we take this little horseshoe thing. We're gonna slide it down in here. It's gonna push down, lines up with some holes there. We're gonna screw in these screws here, and then we're gonna cover this piece up and put a screw through. So that one's gonna look like this. And then we're gonna put a screw right through it, just like this. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'll get my drill and start putting those things in. Now that we've successfully installed the steering column, check out what happens. We have full steering. Let's put on the wheels. All right, so this is simple as well. So we have washer, bushing, then we get our wheel, slide it all the way in. We're going to put our hubcap on, another washer, and then a cotter pin. Just like that. Now do the same thing on the other side. Don't forget to put your hubcap on. And now we are completely finished. All right, so charging the battery is quick and easy. The directions tell you you do not have to take the battery out to charge it. I just do because it's easier for me. So what you do, you pull up right here on this lever, take off the seat. The battery's right just in here. So I just move this white piece over and take it out. What you're going to end up doing is you slide the charger into this middle port, okay? You can just leave it in there, like I said. When you're ready to use your unit, you just plug this piece in and then it powers up the power wheel. Well, I have to say that assembly wasn't that difficult. I've looked at other Power Wheels machines and assemblies are all very similar. Even though the shell of the unit might be different, assembly is pretty much the same. So this video may help you on other types of Power Wheels. That being said, I would love to hear from you. Have you used any of these Power Wheels type things for your kids or whatnot? Did you use one when you were younger? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. All right, our very first attempt. Let's see how it goes. All right, so if you're just using the yellow one going forward, you go about 3 miles an hour. But if you want it to go faster, you take the green one off. And now this beast will go up to 6 miles an hour. Pretty sweet. All right, now we're on the green button. Look how much faster it goes. In this video, we were talking about Power Wheels, and ours just happened to be a Jurassic Park Power Wheels. I do want to reiterate the point about the charging. So initially, the directions tell you to charge for 18 hours before use, and after that 18 hours, we got about 20 to 25 minutes of good use out of the battery. After that 25-minute mark, you can definitely tell that the machine started slowing down. It wasn't able to go up hills as well, and we had to pull it and such. After 30 minutes, it was just really, you just couldn't use it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna buy a second battery so I can maybe get an hour's use out of this and just swap the battery out in the middle. The directions do say after your first full charge and you use the battery, you're supposed to charge it for then 14 hours between each use, right? And also not to leave the battery on charge for more than 30 hours as that can damage the battery. So I do like the fact that this has that yellow speed button. I think they said it's about 3 miles per hour, but you can also take off that cap for the green one, and that goes about 6 miles per hour. We ended up taking that off because on grass, the 3 miles an hour just didn't do a whole lot, and it really goes pretty well for a 3-year-old on the green setting. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire Power Wheels review. You know what, not that long ago, I did a review of 2 products. It's actually by the same company, by Mighty Mugs. And they have a tumbler version, they have a coffee cup version, they have others. And the whole point is you stick it on a smooth surface and it's very difficult to tip over. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that video right up here. And if you click on this link by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you at that review. So go ahead, click it, it's safe, I promise.